everyone, I Hiral Popania. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss reactions of amino acid metabolism. The amino acids undergo the certain common reactions like transamination followed by the deamination for the liberation of ammonia. The amino group of the amino acid is utilized for formation of urea, which is auxiliary end product of protein metabolism. As we know, the protein that is made up of the amino acids. That amino acids undergo the common reactions of metabolism like transamination and the deamination, which liberate the ammonia. The amino group of this amino acid that is utilized for the formation of urea, which is an end product of protein metabolism. The carbon skeleton of the amino acids is first converted to the keto acids. This keto acid that is converted by the transamination reaction, which meet one or more of the following fats. The fats are they utilized to generate the energy, then used for the synthesis of glucose. The carbon skeleton of the amino acid that are utilized for the synthesis of the glucose. As we know, that is the gluconeogenesis process, diverted for the formation of fat or the ketone bodies. They are also utilized for the formation of the fats as well as the ketone bodies, then involved in the production of non-essential amino acids. The fat of the amino acid that is metabolized, they are otherwise used as a energy generation, then used for the synthesis of glucose, fat and the ketone bodies, and also for the production of non-essential amino acids. Here is the chart of the amino acid. They are supplied through the dietary protein as well as the body protein. The amino acid, they are used for the protein synthesis as well as the synthesis of nitrogen containing compound. When they undergo the transamination reactions, that means metabolic reactions, they convert it into the keto acid. The keto acid, they utilize in the energy generation, glucose, fat, non-essential amino acids production, and when the transaminated acid they undergo the deamination, they form the urea. Transamination reaction, the transfer of the amino group from an amino acid to a keto acid, that is the known as the transamination reaction. The transfer of amino group from the amino acid to a keto acid, that is known as the transamination reaction. This process involves the interconversion of the pair of amino acids and the pair of keto acids, which is catalyzed by the group of enzymes called the transaminase enzyme. The simple definition of the transamination, transfer of the amino group to the keto acid, that is the transamination. So this process involves the interconversion between the amino acid pair and the keto acid pair, and the responsible for this reaction, the enzyme, that is the transaminase enzyme. Here is the reactions, that is alanine, that is the one type of the amino acid. Here is the keto acids, that is the, as an example, alpha keto glutarate. The responsible enzyme, that is the alanine amino transferase enzyme. Here the alanine, they transfer the amino group to the alpha keto glutarate. So here the conversion of alanine to pyruvate and the alpha keto glutarate to glutamate amino acid. That means amino to keto acid and keto acid to amino group. So there is a conversion, interconversion between the amino acid pair and the keto acid pair. The responsible enzyme, that is the amino transferase enzyme. Salient features of the transamination reactions. First feature, all transaminases require the pyridoxal phosphate, in short that is the PLP, as an coenzyme which is derived from the B6. The transamination reaction, that is require the transaminase enzyme. This transaminase enzyme that requires the coenzyme for its activity, that is the pyridoxal phosphate PLP enzyme, which is derived from the vitamin B6. Specific transaminases exist for each pair of the amino and the keto acids, like aspartate transaminase and alanine transaminase, that makes the significant contribution for the transamination reactions. There is no free ammonia liberated, only the transfer of amino group occurs. In the reaction of transamination, there is no free ammonia liberated in the reactions, but only the transfer of the amino group from the acid to the keto acid. Now, transamination, that is the reversible reaction. That means that is the reverse the reaction when amino acid reverts to the keto acid and keto acid that is reversed to the amino acid. The amino acid in the presence of transaminase enzyme, they converted into keto acid. That keto acid that converted into further the amino acid. Transamination is very important for the redistribution of amino groups and the production of non-essential amino acids as per the requirement of the cell. It involves both catabolism as well as the anabolism of the amino acid. The transamination reaction, that is the important for the redistribution of amino group, as we know the production of the non-essential amino acids. So their requirement in the cell. So it involves both reactions, catabolism, that means degradation process, anabolism, that means the synthesis process. The amino acid degradation as well as the amino acid synthesis. Transamination diverts the excess amino acid toward the energy generation. Transamination reactions, when the excess of amino acid present in the body, they converted into the energy generation phase. The amino acid undergo the transamination to finally concentrate the nitrogen in the form of glutamate. The glutamate, that is only one amino acid that undergo the oxidative deamination process to significant extent to liberate the free ammonia for the urea synthesis. The amino acid, they undergo the transamination for the concentration of nitrogen in the glutamate. This glutamate is only one amino acid that undergo the oxidative deamination process, and this glutamate liberate the free ammonia for the synthesis of the urea. All amino acids except lysine, threonine, proline and hydroxyproline participate in the transamination. That means the lysine, threonine, proline and the hydroxyproline, they are not participate in the transamination reactions of the amino acid, except that this amino acid, all amino acid which are essential and the non-essential participate in the transamination reactions. Transamination is not restricted to the alpha amino group. For the delta amino group of the ornithine amino acid is transaminated. The transamination metabolic reaction, that is not only for the alpha amino group, it is also transaminated in the delta amino group of the ornithine amino acid. Serum transaminases are important for the diagnosis purpose and the prognostic purpose. The L-amino acid, that amino group which is transferred to the keto group, the amino transferase enzyme that is the responsible of the transfer of that amino group. So this ketoglutarate that is converted into the glutamate, which further oxidative deamination reaction and liberate the ammonia. The ammonia which is utilized for the synthesis of the urea, and this amino acid that is converted into the keto acid. Mechanism of the transamination reaction. Transfer of the amino group to the coenzyme pyridoxine phosphate, that is the PLP, to form the pyridoxamide phosphate. So the conversion of pyridoxal phosphate to pyridoxamide phosphate when transfer of amino group occurs. The amino group of the pyridoxamide phosphate is then transferred to the keto acid to produce the new amino acid, and the enzyme with PLP is regenerated. So when pyridoxamide phosphate that is contain the amino group, that is transfer its amino group to near keto acid, this keto acid produces a new amino acid, and the enzyme with PLP, that is the pyridoxal phosphate, is regenerated. As we know, all transaminases enzyme require the pyridoxal phosphate as a coenzyme which is derived from the vitamin B6. Now aldehyde group of the PLP that is linked with the epsilon amino group of the lysine residue at the active site of the enzyme, forming a skip base. When amino comes into the contact of the enzyme, it displaces the lysine and new skip base linkage is formed. The mechanism of the reaction, in that the aldehyde group of the PLP, pyridoxamide phosphate, that linked with the epsilon amino group of the lysine residue, the active site of this enzyme forming a skip base, that means imine linkage. When this amino acid comes in the contact with the enzyme, it displaces the lysine and new skip base linkage is formed. The amino acid PLP skip base tightly bind with the enzyme by non-covalent forces. The mechanism reaction, that is the alanine amino acid converted to the pyruvate in the presence of pyridoxal phosphate converted to the pyridoxamide phosphate. When alpha ketoglutarate that converted into the glutamate amino acid, the pyridoxamide phosphate that converted into the pyridoxal phosphate. Now in this reaction, here the amino group from the alanine that attached to the pyridoxal phosphate, that is the coenzyme pyridoxal phosphate. Here amino group attached to the aldehyde compound of the pyridoxal phosphate, so they converted into the pyridoxamide. So this amino group of the pyridoxamide that is further transferred to the keto acid. So keto acid they converted into the amino acid. Skip base, in here the enzyme which is attached to the pyridoxal phosphate. The pyridoxal phosphate when the enzyme detach and here they replaced by the other moiety which contains the amino group. So the enzyme PLP skip base that is converted into the amino PLP skip base. The replacement of the enzyme with the amino group of the lysine amino acid. Next reaction, that is the deamination reaction. The removal of the amino group from the amino acids as ammonia, that is known as the deamination reaction. Removal of amino group from the amino acid as an ammonia is deamination. Transamination, that only the suckling of the amino group amongst the amino acid. Deamination, that is result in the liberation of the ammonia for the urea synthesis. In transamination, there is an interconversion of the amino acid to keto acid to amino acid, just transfer of the amino groups. Whereas in the deamination, there is a result in the liberation of the ammonia, which is utilization for the urea synthesis. The carbon skeleton of the amino acid is converted to the keto acid. Deamination may be either oxidative or the non-oxidative. First, oxidative deamination. Oxidative deamination, that is the liberation of the free ammonia from amino group of the amino acids coupled with the oxidation. The oxidative deamination, that means in the presence of the oxidation process, the liberation of the free ammonia from the amino acids. This takes place mostly in the liver and the kidney tissues. The purpose of the oxidative deamination is to provide ammonia for urea synthesis and alpha keto acid for the variety of the reactions, including the energy generation. The main important purpose, that is to provide ammonia for the urea synthesis, and second one, that is the alpha keto acid for the variety of the reactions, include the energy generations. Role of the glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme in the oxidative deamination. In this process of the transamination, the amino group of the most amino acid are transferred to the alpha ketoglutarate and to produce the glutamate. That means in transamination reaction, the amino group from the amino acid, they are transferred to alpha ketoglutarate to produce the glutamate. The glutamate serves the collection of the amino group in the biological system. That means glutamate, the only amino acid, they undergo the deamination reactions. So glutamate serves as a collection center for the amino group in the biological system. Glutamate rapidly undergoes the oxidative deamination, which is catalyzed by the glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme to liberate the ammonia. So glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme that catalyze this reaction with the glutamate that converted into the further keto acid and liberate the ammonia. This enzyme is unique in that it can utilize either the NAD plus or the NADP plus as an coenzyme. The conversion of the glutamate to alpha ketoglutarate occurs through the formation of intermediate, that is the alpha aminoglutarate. The enzyme, that is the glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme, that utilize the NAD plus or the NADP plus as a coenzyme. The glutamate here the glutamate amino acid, they converted into the first aminoglutarate, that is the intermediate, by the utilization of the NADP plus and converted into the alpha ketoglutarate and the formation of the ammonia for the urea synthesis. Regulation of the GDH, that means glutamate dehydrogenase activity. Glutamate dehydrogenase is a zinc containing mitochondrial enzyme. GDH is controlled by the allosteric regulation, that means the inhibitors and the activators are there for the control the glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme. GTH and the ATP inhibit this GDH enzyme, and GDP and the ADP activate the glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme. The hormonal regulation, that means steroid and the thyroid hormones, they inhibit the GDH. That means GTP, ATP, steroid hormones and the thyroid hormones inhibit the glutamate dehydrogenase activity, whereas GDP and the ADP that activate the glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme. After the ingestion of the protein-rich meal, the liver glutamate level is the elevated. So, they converted into the alpha ketoglutarate with the liberation of the ammonia. In the oxidative deamination, the glutamate is converted into the alpha ketoglutarate with the liberation of the ammonia when the protein-rich meal is digested in the liver and the glutamate level is the high. Further, when the cellular energy level are low, the degradation of the glutamate is increased to provide the alpha ketoglutarate, which enters into the TCA cycle to liberate the energy. When the cellular energy is low, the degradation of the glutamate occurs. So, the glutamate degradation speed up the reactions, so provide the alpha ketoglutarate. This alpha ketoglutarate enters into the TCA cycle. As we know, it is an intermediate in the tricarboxylic acid cycle. So, the TCA cycle which generate the energy. Oxidative deamination by amino acid oxidases. L-amino acid oxidase and the D-amino acid oxidase. They are the flavoproteins possessing a FMN and the FAD that respectively. The L-amino acid oxidase and the D-amino acid oxidase, they are the flavoproteins and they contain the FMN and the FAD as a coenzyme. They act on the corresponding amino acid. That means L-amino acid oxidase act only the L-amino acid and the D-amino acid oxidase that act only the D-amino acids. And they provide the alpha keto acid and the liberation of the ammonia. In this reaction, oxygen is reduced to hydrogen peroxide, which is later decomposed by the catalase enzyme. The activity of the L-amino acid oxidase is much low, while that D-amino acid oxidase is high in the tissues. The L-amino acid oxidase does not act on glycine and the dicarboxylic acid. This enzyme, due to its very low activity, does not appear to play a significant role in the amino acid metabolism. The activity of the L-amino acid oxidase is much low than the D-amino acid oxidases, as in the tissue, that is the liver and the kidney. L-amino acid oxidase does not act on the glycine and the dicarboxylic acid amino acids. So, there is a low activity. There does not appear any significant role in the amino acid metabolism. The L amino acid, they converted into the alpha ketonic acid and the ammonia in the presence of the L amino oxidase. Here the FMN is converted into the FNH2 and the oxidation reaction in oxygen, that is converted into the hydrogen peroxide. Later the hydrogen peroxide with the help of catalase catalyzes the reaction. Fate of the D amino acids. As we know, D amino acids, they are mostly found in the plants and the microorganisms. They are not present in the mammalians and the proteins. The mammalians and the proteins, they contains the only L amino acids. But D amino acids, they are regularly taken in the diet and the metabolized by the body. D amino oxidase converted them to respective alpha keto acid by the oxidative deamination. In our body, the D amino acids, they are taken through the diet and they are metabolized by the D amino acid oxidase. The D amino oxidase, they converted into the respective alpha keto acid by oxidative deamination. The alpha keto acids so produced undergo the transamination to be converted into the L amino acids, which participate in the various metabolic reactions. The alpha keto acids from the D amino acid, they are produced and undergo the transamination reactions. Through the transamination reactions, they are converted into the L amino acid, which participate in the various metabolic reactions. Keto acid may be oxidized to generate the energy or serve as a precursor for the glucose and the fat synthesis. From the L amino acids converted into the keto acid, this keto acid oxidized to generate the energy as well as for the precursor for glucose and the fat synthesis. D-amino acid oxidase is important as it initiates the first step for the conversion of unnatural D-amino acids to L-amino acid in the body. There is a conversion of the D-amino acids to the L-amino acids. It is the first step for the important the D-amino acid oxidase enzyme. Next, non-oxidative deamination. Some of the amino acid can be deaminated to liberate ammonia without undergoing the oxidation reactions. These are the amino acid dehydrogenase, the amino acid that is the serine, threonine and the homoserine are the hydroxy amino acids which are undergo the non-oxidative deamination. That means they liberate the ammonia without the undergoing oxidation process. They will undergo non-oxidative deamination catalyzed by the PLP dependent dehydratase, that means dehydratase enzyme. Serine, threonine, homoserine, they converted into its respective keto acid in the presence of dehydratase enzyme and removal of the ammonia. Next reaction, it is the amino acid desulfurhydrolysis. The sulfur amino acids, they are the cysteine and the homocysteine, undergo this deamination process. Cysteine and the homocysteine in the presence of desulfurhydratase gives the pyruvate, which is the keto acid, and liberate the ammonia. Next, deamination of the histidine. The enzyme histidase acts as on the histidine to liberate the ammonia by non-oxidative deamination process. In this reaction, histidine in the presence of histidase enzyme converted into the uroponate and the ammonia which is liberated in these reactions. So this is the non-oxidative deamination phase of the amino acids. Thank you.